The feeling of not having a property under contract, or that feeling when you, as a real estate agent, have a number of properties under contract, but they all go to settlement at the same time. And now you've got this high and low. You had the settlements, you feel good about it, but what's next, right? Kickers in football, you're only as good as your last kick. I was a long snapper, kind of the same thing. I was only as good as my last snap. If the next one came up and I botched it, well, that's the only thing anybody's going to remember, right? So they all kind of tie together. And what I want to talk about is when you get to that point as a real estate agent and you feel like, what's next? Where's the next deal going to come from? It's very important to look at a couple things. Number one, what do you have in front of you that you're already not seeing? What do you have? What's the person that's right under your nose, right in your email inbox that maybe you're forgetting about? You're thinking, oh my gosh, I don't have a sale. I don't have anything going on. But take a minute to think of the top 2, 3, 4 people that are right in front of your nose that are going to do something if you can, right? If you can find the right property, if you can have them go through the pre-approval process. What is that if that you can help them with to get them to be able to successfully make a move, right? The other thing you gotta think about is don't focus on you, focus on them. The most important piece is if you can help somebody else, that's going to help you. And as agents, we have to remember our goal is to help somebody with the biggest financial investments of their lives, either buying a property or selling a property. So think about help first, which then will help you, right? Then the third piece here is look back at all of your settlements recently, right? Look at the sources for those settlements. Where did those people come from, right? And then triple down on the activities that make that lead source successful, right? So if you are a real estate agent who gets a lot of leads, right? You get Zillow leads from your team. You get realtor.com leads. You get Google pay-per-click leads. And those have been successful for you. What are the key things you got to do to double, triple down on that lead source to ensure that you can continue to have success? Maybe it's picking up the phone more, right? Making sure you're available to answer the phone. It could be looking at those lead sources that are already in your database and focusing on those for the next week, right? So if it's Zillow and you've got 75 Zillow leads in your inbox this week, take 2 to 3 hours every day and call that specific lead source. A lot of times with the different types of lead sources, they're going to be at different areas, different parts of the funnel, right? So a online lead who just was forced to sign up for something, that's going to be upper level, top of funnel, longer transaction time, takes longer. They're just in the beginning process to start thinking about what they need to do or thinking about the dream of buying, right? Then you have ones who called about a specific property, right? Those are going to be more middle to bottom of funnel. They're the ones that if they found the right property, you would be able to help them buy a property, right? But they got to find the right property. So focusing on those lead sources that are already working, right? And then from there, actually getting into action. Action solves everything, right? Instead of focusing on what new can I do, focus on the do. Get into action this week. And if you do those things, right, in action, I guarantee you're going to start to see the needle move. You're going to start to feel results. You're going to start to feel good because you're accomplishing something.